Please welcome to the Capsule Evening Show, The Stars of the Gorge, which is out on this Friday, the 14th of February on Apple TV+. It is Miles Teller and Anya Taylor-Joy. They are on the show.
Hello.
So good to see you both. I wish you were here in the studio with me. Where are you right now? Are you in Los Angeles?
We are in Los Angeles, yeah.
Congratulations on the movie. I watched it. I absolutely loved it. It was scary. It was scarier than I thought it was going to be, actually.
I'm sorry.
What was the scariest part? Falling in love?
What was,
for me, yeah. Miles, you've seen right through me. I'm scared of my emotions.
No, and I think it's for this movie to work on all cylinders, there has to be, if we describe the Gorge as the gateway to hell, then once you get down there, you really need to capture that. And it's got to be something hopefully people have never seen before.
It does take you on a real roller coaster. Basically, you both play these expert snipers and you're assigned to guard towers that are the opposite sides of a giant gorge. But the gorge has got, and I'm going to use the technical term here, some mysterious, scary stuff down there. That's the technical term. But you don't know what it is, absolutely. At first, at least, anyway. And you're not meant to communicate with each other, but obviously you do, and then it all goes a little bit wrong, and you go on this crazy adventure. There's so much cool action in it. You both must have just fallen into bed at night after these days of shooting because you're parachuting, you're rock climbing, you're shooting zombie guys. Was it really exhausting to film this movie?
It was an adventure, for sure. I think what was exciting was we had so many big set pieces that whenever you got one done, you were like, okay, great.
Yeah. And
to be fair, they're all so different that they had different challenges. Like I got drowned twice, and I was really grateful when the water stuff was over. Like that, I was like once from the rain and once just in the river, and I remember being like, no more tank.
And I mean the tank work, all the harness work, but it's that is our job, that is our duty to audiences to try and really deliver on these sequences, and it only happens if you have an actress and an actor that are fully committed to it. So we had a great stunt team.
But it's also really fun. Like it's fun to be able to go to work and be like, okay, I'm parachuting today. Sick.
Yeah, that's so fun. I just love how casually, Anya, you said, well, I was drowned twice during the movie. That just was part of it.
Yeah. It was cool, though. I liked it.
How much of this was CGI? How much of it was set? How much of it was location? Because it is a beautiful looking movie, particularly the opening scenes. Obviously, it becomes more disturbing as it goes on. I mean, still visually stunning, but in a more scary way.
Kind of filmed all over, especially like in the beginning of the movie, and some of the surrounding areas were shot up in Norway. Which that was my first time there, and I found that stunning. But we were in Wales, we were in, all over England. But as far as the CGI goes, I mean, we built all of these set pieces. We had the tower built, we had the rocks built, we through the water with the waterfalls, with even just when we're walking kind of through the gorge, they filled a soundstage with trees and grass, and the horses. When the horse fight happens, that's all real. We're
on a stage.
Rolling out of the way of these horses on a stage. Yes.
Which is so much fun because, you get to have that adventure as a person and through your character, but also you get to show up every day and you're walking onto a set that is just a work of art. It's essentially like being Alice in Wonderland. And it makes it a lot easier to act when you have a real horse charging at you. You get out of the way.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it sounds traumatic, I've got to be honest. So it's set over the course of a year. You're both stationed in your towers. Miles, you grow a rather fabulous beard over this time period. Was this actual facial hair or was this a beard wig?
Well, the beard that I start with and that kind of grows a little bit, that's obviously mine. But then when it's that hard cut, there was
much glued.
Yeah, that was such a quick thing. Yeah.
Wow.
I think it's a big part of the reason why we wanted to do it. Miles was definitely signed on when I signed on to it, and it was just a really wonderful experience to go and get to do the thing that you love with somebody that you love also.
Yeah, that must be so nice. And it's coming out this Friday, which is Valentine's Day. I feel like it's the perfect Valentine's Day movie, actually, because there's a thread of a love story that runs through it, absolutely key to it. Do you guys have any Valentine's Day plans, or are you anti-Valentine's Day? You're not really bothered by it? Which sort of camp do you slip into?
I think we're spending Valentine's Day together in New York.
Okay.
Yeah,
Lovely.
I think. Yeah. That's what we're doing.
I mentioned it just before. Your mission while you're guarding the gorge is to stay in these towers for a year. Taking away the guns, if you had to be alone for a year, how would you pass the time? What would you do? Maybe you'd like to learn how to knit or to draw or to write some poetry like your character does, Miles.
I would read as many books as possible, and I would become fluent in like 3 different languages. 100%. If I could just, and I'd pick up a musical instrument.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought about this.
I would hope I would get better on guitar.
Okay.
Because I was like, Miles,
You did.
I've been at the same skill level since I've been like 18 or something. It's nice to have that time. But my wife, if I did not write her a lovely letter every day, letting her know what I was doing, I would be in a lot of trouble when I got home from this little experiment that I was doing, because I needed to find myself. So I'll have to do that.
Guys, thank you so much for being on the show tonight. Absolute pleasure to meet both of you. It is on Apple TV Plus this Friday, the 14th of February. It's called The Gorge. Thank you for being on with me tonight. Let's have a little clap in the studio. Thank you so much, guys.